often focus so much on star players who score big. But sometimes the best teams have those hard-working, gritty players who could care less about numbers. They just want to win.
What up, it's your boy Dayton. Welcome back to another episode of Unbiased Sports Fan. I told you guys we'll be doing every sport. We've gotten into the Masters golf now. We went over college basketball, obviously, with the March Madness tournament. Shout out Michigan Wolverines. I know I'm unbiased here, but that's the way we're going to do it. I have a special guest on here today. Number one NBA ball knower that I know of, at least. Me and his family shared a great experience this last fall. This is my boy Roman right here. Shout out Roman.
What's up, y'all? Good to be here. Excited to talk ball.
Yep. He definitely knows some ball, but me and Roman and our families were on Extracted Season 2. Go check it out on Hulu if you haven't. And this dude, I'm telling you right now, he was constantly talking about the NBA. Lineups here, stats there. So I figured this would be the perfect person to get on here for my Unbiased Sports Fan episode. So what we're going to do today is we're going to kind of go into some NBA and pretty much I think the playoffs are set now, or there's a couple games.
We got a few more games tonight. I think 15 teams played at 4 o'clock, 15 played at 6:30. So not too many implications right now. We got like Nuggets, Spurs that are about to play, which is big for the Nuggets, but it's almost completely set. Like I was just watching the Celtics play the Magic because that has big implications for the Magic.
Bro, yeah, I was too. Boston's like going on a freaking
crazy run.
Like, yeah, rain.
Yeah, Baylor Shireman is going off right now.
Yeah, he got like 28, didn't he?
Yeah,
Or last time I looked. And then Hornets won. So I think, but I don't think they really could do anything because they lost to that Detroit the other night.
Mm-hmm. The play-in spots are pretty set right now, but I think there's like some implications in the East right now. Like potentially Magic can get up to that 6 seed. Raptors can fall right now. Hawks could move because the Hawks just lost to the Heat. So it's like the West play-in is set, but the East play-in isn't. And then the East almost playoffs are set, and then the West is kind of a jostle up between like those Lakers and Rockets right now. So
yeah, there
is a few implications tonight, but we're pretty much set. So we'll see in the next few hours.
I was about to say 30 seconds left in the Celtics game too. All right, Roman. Section 1, we're just going to start off hot or not. What teams you think are on the rise? What teams will be having problems heading into the playoffs?
Well, let's go ahead and start with the team you're repping. The
That's
Hornets. I love the way that they've been playing. It seems
like lineup.
Yes, the starting lineup. It seems like LaMelo Ball has finally accepted his role. It was a struggle through the start of the season, but playmaker. I saw him recently pass up a layup for a 3-pointer on a fast break, and I was like, what is this man doing? But hey, it's working for him. Brandon Miller, Con Knuppel, like these guys are balling. So if there's one team that I'm looking out for in that East right now, it's them. The other one is the Hawks. The Hawks have been playing extremely well. That addition of Kuminga, he's averaging like 13, 5, and 2 a game, which has been really good for him. CJ McCollum, that addition has been really good for them. Jalen Johnson has been leading the way the entire season. And then Nickeil Alexander-Walker has been really important for them. So that's my teams in the East. If we're talking West, Nuggets, they're hot. They've won their last 11 games. They just got healthy. And then if we're talking not hot, Lakers, the injuries. We'll see what kind of implications that has on the playoffs. But that's my kind of two teams, both sides, who's hot, who's not.
Dude, I was saying this the other day to someone. I think Hornets truly, if it's a 1 or 2 game series, they might have trouble beating certain teams. But I think a 7-game series, these dudes can pretty much hang with mostly anyone.
Especially in that East.
That's what I'm saying. Like they have a great chance to get there. And we've already beat mostly all the teams. I know some teams had been sitting players, but dude, this team, I agree with you. This squad that if they can stay healthy now. Now you've seen the Hornets. Well, probably not because they've been irrelevant. But knowing I live here and knowing them, if any injury takes part of anything, it's going to go downhill quick. So let's just pray for no injuries there and all healthy.
I agree. those Hornets, they look good. I remember a couple months ago when they were playing the Celtics, and uh, Celtics were looking like the best team in the East. Game goes down to the wire. So it's really just whose night is it?
That's it. And then who's your team, by the way?
Pacers. So
Pacers.
it's a down year.
It's a
There's
down
not been much talk about my team on the positive side. So
year. Hey, they'll get back there,
yeah,
hopefully. All right, so I know in college you watch college, right?
yeah, a bit of college, yeah.
Okay. So in college basketball, when they say getting hot at the right moment matters, because obviously in the tournament it's one and done, one or done. You go home or you go to the next one. Does it matter that much in the NBA?
I would say significantly less. I
That's
think
what I figured.
even injuries matter more than a team getting hot. If we want to look at statistically, like the top three seed ends up winning a final, like making it to the finals and winning, I think 97% of the time. The only real outlier that we have of a deep playoff run or a winning playoff run, I should say, is that Rockets team in 95. That is, they were the sixth seed, I think, going into the playoffs. So that's like the only deep playoff run we've seen. You obviously have your outliers, the Miami Heat a few years ago when they had their run. You definitely see a few more now as teams can just get hot, as players can get hot. But I think it matters significantly less when there's 7-game series even through the first round. Because if you want to talk even 20 years ago, we didn't even have that. It was 5-game
Yeah.
series. It was 3-game series. So I think now you can take out most of those hot games from teams because most of the time it's not going to matter in a 7-game series.
That's what I figured. Because I know it's always talked about in college like that, but like you said in the NBA, I feel like it's just the top seeds that go on their way. But maybe this year the Hornets can take someone out. We'll see.
I would love to see it. I would love to see that East get mixed up a little bit. Or could you imagine if we got to see some type of tournament where we had a one and done in the NBA? How fun would that be? That would be really cool.
That would be wild. But dude, I'm telling you, this Hornets team, like you said, it's not the same team like at the beginning of the year. If they don't start out 4-13 or whatever it is, they're probably way up there, or they're definitely sealed up there in the playoffs. But it looks like they're going to be have the 9 seed, right?
Yep, they should be. So they'll have to win. They'll have to win the 2 games to get into it. But I don't see them. I don't see them.
They'll host, right?
Yeah,
they'll host the Heat, and the winner of that plays the loser of
that 7-8 game.
7-8.
But I think they lock up. I mean, whoever loses that game is like Hornets go into it with the confidence off of a win. I think they'll be good.
Bro, they're so fun to watch, man. I don't know if you watch them much, but they are very fun to watch.
Team is so fun. Like Diabate, their center, like he's had so many like fun blocks this season, and he's just a really energetic guy. Like that team is really fun.
Bro, and then Kobe White, when we got hit, dude, he started hitting threes like crazy. We got Miles Bridges now. He came back from his injury, and now he's going crazy. It's insane right now.
Fun team.
Do you see any other playing teams making it through past the first round?
West, I say hell no. I don't think any team in the West has a chance because no matter who you're playing, you're going to run up against one-seeded OKC who's coming off a championship, or the Spurs team that has the outlier in Victor Wembanyama who can affect the game just about more than anybody on the defensive end.
He's crazy.
So I don't see any sort of chance for them. But in the East, it looks interesting because you have this one-seeded Pistons team who has never really seen any success. So who knows what's going to happen there? Right. And then the 2-seeded Celtics, it might just be a chemistry issue because you just get Jason Tatum back. So a team now has the opportunity to plan for him. So you never know what that can look like in a playoff series. So for the West, I'm saying no playoff implications. It would be fun to see Steph Curry maybe make it out and go off. Same thing with the Clippers because they've been so good since the All-Star break. But I think the West is pretty locked up top.
Okay. Yep. Now, you did mention earlier injuries in the NBA, and obviously we got to look at LA, I think. Who's some of the injuries? Yeah, I mean.
It's like when I think if you're looking to injuries, it seems like just about every team is healthy right now. But of course, right before the season, they play OKC. Luka goes down with his hamstring. AR, I think it's his oblique.
Yeah,
so
he's out, yeah.
Couple interesting injuries. Steph Curry, he's going to be coming off of his knee injury. He's just coming back, so it could be interesting to see what that has. Franz Wagner for the Magic. He's going
He
to be coming
played
off.
tonight.
He played tonight. Restricted minutes, so we'll see what that looks like. If where the Magic end up, if they get a true playoff spot, if they end up in the play-in. But having Franz is going to be very big for them because they look healthy now. Jalen Suggs is there. Paulo's back. Like the team looks healthy. Nuggets, they've been injured all season. So, but like I said, they're on that 11-game winning streak. So I'm excited to see what this team is able to do since they're healthy now. Christian Brown is back. They have Cam Johnson. Aaron Gordon is still there. So, like, this team is going to be really good. And then obviously Jason Tatum coming off of his injury. You might see some, leg tightness through a few games because of that new Achilles. So we'll see what that is. But that's my update for injuries as of now.
Yeah, and for the Lakers, like that 4 spot, they're in the 4th, right?
Yeah, 4, and then it's like, so they play the Jazz tonight. They'll probably win. Jazz are trying to sink as far down as they can. Nuggets play the Spurs, but Spurs are most likely going to rest everybody because they have no implications. So if Nuggets win, they keep that 3 seed. And so we're probably going to end up seeing Lakers, Rockets, and
then
Lakers
the winner of that plays OKC, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the 4-5 to the 1
That's
matchup.
what they're going to we better see prime LeBron coming back if they want any chance. That's all.
That's the issue. This guy's 41 now. We can't see prime LeBron.
That's what I'm saying. For them to have a chance, we would need prime LeBron. That ain't happening. I don't think.
They might steal 1 game. We're probably going to see another gentleman's sweep, but Kevin Durant's got a healthy young roster of. He's got Şengün. Like, he has his counterpart. He has his guy, and then the pieces around Kevin Durant, I think, are just going to work out better than a 41-year-old led Lakers team.
Man, he's what he's done is crazy. I know, because then you get Luke over there, and then Austin's been going crazy this year, and then down goes him. It's unlucky there.
LeBron's the 3rd option on that team, and now he's the 1 option. We've seen him do it, but man, that sucks to lose those 2. That's 60 points per game out of the lineup. I know. It's crazy.
And it's going to be tough for him, that's for sure. But who knows? He's done some crazy stuff. So all right, moving on. Let's take we kind of gone over a little bit. Let's take a look at the top 4 seeds in the West: Thunder, Spurs, Nuggets, Lakers, Rockets. What are your thoughts on each team? Just real quick, and then which team do you see having the best chance to win? Who looks unbeatable, and who do you see losing first round?
Well, if we're looking at OKC, they're coming off a championship, so it's like that's the best team. It's the team that's probably the most guaranteed to win the championship. They haven't lost any players. They look healthy going into the playoffs. So if you're looking to bet, your team that you're probably going to bet on right now is OKC. If you're an avid NBA watcher and you don't have a favorite, it's probably going to be OKC. Right. Then you go to that 2 seed. This is where it could get interesting. If Victor Wembanyama, if Victor stays healthy, this team could be very scary because we haven't even seen this man in the playoffs. We don't even know what he looks like in a playoff series. So I cannot wait to see what we get from him. It is going to be some of the most incredible highlights that we've ever seen. I don't care who you put on him, how hard they're playing. It does not matter. What you got on the Spurs?
Can't stop him. You can't stop him.
Not at all. You can't do anything.
The fact that he's done, they've built this team around him. Right, you would say, and then last year, what they didn't make playoffs, right?
Nope.
So what they've done, what he's done for this team in a year is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to go to the 2 seed in the
healthy, West, 2 seed, like they have the depth. If OKC wasn't as good as they were, like we would be talking about, and the matchups against OKC, the Spurs have won. So that's something to look at if we see these teams end up going against each other in that in that Western Conference Finals. Right. Could be really interesting because the Spurs have their number right now. The Spurs have them beat. So those are the top 2s. But then we look at the Nuggets coming in hot to the playoffs.
Yeah,
like this team has experience. The only reason they haven't won in recent years was due to injuries or the year they ran into the Timberwolves. That was a really rough year. It went to Game 7 and they blew that 20-point lead. So I think you can always bet on the Nuggets getting to that second round. I cannot wait to see a Spurs-Nuggets potential second round. That would feed families. I cannot wait because that's best offensive player, best player in the league versus the best defensive player.
Victor and Jokic, man, that would be insane.
And then Lakers get that 4 seed, so that's going to be our top 4. But then Rockets get that 5 seed. They're kind of tied in, and
Yeah,
No healthy Lakers, Rockets kind of take over. So that's like your top 5 right now.
Yeah, and then looking over the East. Wait, do you see? I would kind of say the first team losing would be the 4 seed there, right?
Yeah, I'd say Lakers.
On
I
the
don't see
West
them,
side,
especially if we do get AR and Luka back, it's rushed. So I don't see them performing 100%, and most likely they don't come back through the first few games, which means losses. LeBron is leading this team at 41 years old. This is not even year 2 on the Lakers. Like it's not happening. You can't have Jake LaRavia and DeAndre Ayton and Rui Hachimura. Like these are the names that we're putting up to potentially compete for even a playoff series win. It's just It's not going to happen.
Yeah, and we already know OKC, Spurs, and Denver very unlikely to lose that first round. So
yeah.
Now looking at the East side, I agree with you. Just even looking at those top 3 seeds in the West is kind of just looks unfair compared to what's on the East. Now we got some great teams, but like you said, Detroit, they've never been in this position. Obviously, you got Celtics, and then the Knicks and the Cavs. That's the top 4.
Yeah. So with Pistons, this is what I said last year. I said OKC, there's no way they win anything. They have no playoff experience. So we can't use youth as an excuse anymore. Like some of these guys are just too good at basketball. Cade Cunningham is going to lead this team. Jalen Duren is going to have dominant numbers in the playoffs. So if this team can stay healthy, there's a reason that they're the number 1 seed. The biggest thing to them is just going to be health. Will Cade Cunningham randomly have another collapsed lung? Or will one of their role players get injured? Because their role players have been so good. This is a deep team. Like Beef Stew coming off the bench. Danish Jenkins. When Cade Cunningham was hurt, he had a 30-point game to beat the Lakers when they were hot. Like Kevin Huerter has been really good for them. Ron Holland, their lottery pick from a couple years ago. Paul Reed, who they got from the 76ers, another backup center who's been really good. Karis LeVert is still there. Javonte Green, Sasser. Like this team is so deep, and you can really plug and play any of these players that if they can stay healthy, no reason they don't have that deep playoff run.
Perfect. Then Celtics, we already know. I mean, they're here. They're here every year.
Celtics are my hold. They're my hold for that, like, best bet. It's like OKC on the other side. Yeah, they get Jason Tatum back. The dude won Player of the Week right when he came back. So
this is crazy.
We're seeing no drop from the team. And Jaylen Brown was putting up MVP numbers before Jason Tatum was here. So now we have the best duo
I like
in the NBA.
Jaylen Brown, bro. That dude is so good.
Yeah.
And he puts the team on his back.
Form of basketball.
When Tatum's gone, man, it's crazy.
Yeah. Like that team, they're my shoo-in for the East right now. Like if nobody was to ever get hurt, I think the Celtics would come out on top. But you never know what's going to happen. You never know who they're going to match up against, that kind of thing. And then the Knicks, consistent team, but they lack any sort of depth to me. Like your second unit is Mitchell Robinson, Jose Alvarado, like Jordan Clarkson, Deuce McBride. It's a good team. This is exactly what we expect from the Knicks 3 seed, but I'm expecting second round exit. They probably beat whoever they get in that first round as the 3 seed. If they get the Raptors, the Magic, the Hawks, whoever they may get, I'm thinking they're going to handle them in 6 games. And then it's just Cat. I don't really trust him as a center in the playoffs. He's kind of a weaker one. I need a lot out of him. Yeah. So I don't know what that team looks like. And then who do we have at the 4 seed? The Cavs.
The Cavs.
Addition of James Harden could be interesting, but I don't know. I think it's just kind of an off year for them. They got hot towards the end of the year, but you don't see too many 4 seeds have anything special besides like Steph Curry in 2022. So we'll see what James Harden can do to kind of alleviate some of that pressure off of Donovan Mitchell, but
hey, you never know with James Harden.
In those two.
I feel like James Harden's one of those players. He'll have an MVP year, then he'll go away for like 2 years, then he'll come back and go off. So you never know. I mean, if this dude's
that reminds me of that
trying to prove something.
What was it? Sixers year? Was he that first year, that second year when Joel went down and James Harden was dropping like 40 every other game?
I know.
Yeah.
So if he's got something to prove. I mean, and he's on a good team. You're a 4 seed. This team can go somewhere. So it's not like you're just getting thrown to a bunch of scrubs. Yeah. But, dude, so for the play-in games, Charlotte would be. Is there two playing teams that make it, or just the one?
So it'll be two. So with you, they
Okay,
do
that's.
the
But can
bottom
Charlotte?
two, you get 8 seed or 7 seed. It's that type of thing. So you either
So
play the 1 seed
Charlotte
or the
can
two
get
seed.
7 though. Still.
If they win, they oh no, the winner of the 7-8 matchup, they automatically play that 2 seed.
7.
So they get
So
they
so
get the lock
Charlotte
for the seven
can't.
seed. So
So
Charlotte
Hornet.
can't as of now get to that 1 seed to play like the Pistons. Yeah.
So they're gonna have to play the Pistons,
Yeah, so
right?
they would eventually, they couldn't get that Celtics matchup. It would eventually have to be the Pistons for them for that one
So they
spot.
got to beat Miami, and then the loser of Orlando and Philly and get the 8 seed. Golly. Well,
Which I think is doable, but the 76ers are interesting too, because like Paul George just came back.
yeah, I know.
Joel's healthy right now. Like if this team was healthy 100% of the season, they might be even in that mix for like the 3 seed right now. So
In
could be
Orlando,
interesting.
bro, Franz, dude, that dude is so good. I'm a big Michigan. He went to Michigan, so I
Yeah.
miss that dude there. He's so damn good, and he's coming back. He was out for a while.
Yes. That's a bad knee injury. So it's good to see him back. And yeah, that team, they were competing with this bad Celtics roster tonight with almost a fully healthy team, but Desmond Bane is still there. Jalen Suggs is still there. Wendell Carter Jr. Like this.
They got some good players, bro.
Yeah. Like there's some good all-around teams, but just
So
at this point for me, it's a chemistry issue.
I would say like the play-in teams are 10 times. Huh? I mean, I'd be more scared of the play-in teams from the East and the West. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Unless we're talking maybe Clippers, you throw that in the mix, but like Warriors, Trailblazers, Suns. Like Suns aren't even really healthy right now.
Yeah.
Trailblazers are just a young team, so I don't really trust those teams like I do some of these teams in the East that are getting tossed into that section.
Shoot. All right. So sleeper team, you kind of been talking about them all day. The Hornets. What about like a 5 or 6 seed sleeper team? You talked about the Hawks.
Hawks is my go-to right now.
Gotcha.
I think possibly in Timberwolves could do something special, but that would be need to be Ant. I would need Ant to have 35 a night. 35 a night. I can't have an off night, but he's still young. So it's to be expected that he's probably going to still have some, blunders of 5 for 22 from the field, scoring 18 points to 22 points, something like that is probably going to happen. He's still a young guy. I think people forget that this guy's not even in his prime yet.
And that same year as LaMelo. And LaMelo's he had that one good year, rookie year, right? And then he's been having injury problems. And we're like, oh, my God, we busted on this. But now everybody's really seeing what LaMelo can do. And that dude is going crazy right now. Every time I look down, 25 plus, 6 plus threes is crazy. Easy bets right there. If anybody's listening out there, take the plus threes. All right. Let's see here, Roman. A couple more. But all right, players to watch. We kind of went over injuries. But what players are you most excited about watching throughout the playoffs this year? I know you mentioned one guy in particular we haven't seen before.
Wemby. That's my go-to this coming into the playoffs is we have never seen this man in a playoff series. So I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. We know what he can do on a regular basis on any given Tuesday night, Thursday night, but now is when everybody starts to play for real. We get a lot of aggressive defense, and it seems like whenever any adversity in a game is shown to Wemby, he tends to play even harder. We saw it in the play-in tournament. Some of the most wild highlights I've seen. This dude is 7'4" and moving like a point guard. So I'm excited to see what we get in the playoffs. It doesn't make any sense.
It's crazy to me. And if he can keep this up, there's going to be some discussions here in about 5 to 6 years.
Some more players I'm looking into. SGA coming off of last season and just the
MVP.
OKC. Like he's coming off MVP, probably gets MVP again this year. So it's how confident does he look going into these playoffs? Like what kind of run do we get from a guy who's said he wasn't too happy with how the team did last year? He wasn't too happy with how easy it was last year. I'm interested to see how that goes. And then Jason Tatum coming off of his injury. I'm excited to see what the playoffs bring for him. Is it a limited Jason Tatum? He immediately came back and wasn't on minutes restriction, so I'm excited to see what that brings. Cade was really good last year for the Pistons, but they lose to the Knicks. But now he has the confidence as a 1 seed, and if it wasn't for a 65 game minimum, this guy probably makes first team All NBA. So the confidence from him. James Harden with the Cavs, it's going to be an interesting addition. And then Jokic with a healthy roster. We've seen them do really well heading into the playoffs. So those are the superstars that I think we need to be watching out for heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, dude. When I watch the Denver games, man, Jokic, I swear Jokic never tries, but he just puts up the triple doubles left and right. I don't understand. I bet on the other night some points, rebounds, assists. I'm like, dude, he's like down here on this side of the court, and they're playing down here. I'm like, he's never gonna get this, and all of a sudden he just tears off 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 10 points. I'm like, what the heck?
It's so quiet.
It is crazy, dude. I meant to ask you about something. Buddy Hield, is he on the Hawks?
Yes, he's on the Hawks. He just had the game of his life tonight.
Yeah, I know. So I was just looking. Did he get traded to them?
Yeah, so he was a part of the deal with Kuminga.
Oh my gosh, bro! That's funny you say that, because I feel like last year he was Warriors, right?
Yep.
Yeah, dude. I would bet on his threes a lot. He would every third or fourth game he'd like go for 7 for 10 for 3-pointers, and he just did that. I was looking down at some of the games he did that tonight. I was like, yeah, 31 off the bench is stupid.
Some of them role players, when they finally get the opportunity towards the end of the season, you'll see them drop the most incredible 30 ball you've ever seen.
But they still got blown out. That's what's crazy.
Yep. And that's like a must-win game for them to get into the playoffs. So I don't know what's going on with some of these teams, sitting players, but hey, I guess every franchise has their own eyes of what the playoffs looks like.
Buddy Hield, he just always pops up for some reason. I just clicked on that game and I saw his name. I was like, 7 for 11. Go ahead. All right, so you've kind of mentioned this, but like, what player do you think will really have to perform well for their team to make this run?
Oh yeah, it's straight to Ant for me. Like if he's not playing super well, especially against this Nuggets team, I think they're going to get swept.
That's right.
Yeah, like you can't have Jaden McDaniels and Julius Randle as the guys who are averaging 25 points per game this series. It needs to be a dominant, efficient Ant performance. And then if I'm looking at another team, the Knicks. I think Jalen Brunson. Out there. Yep. Yeah. Go. Tell me what you think first. I want to hear what you got on them.
No, I just feel like with the Knicks, dude, I don't want to make it seem, but I feel like they're inconsistent.
I 100% agree. Like Jalen Brunson puts up his numbers, but we've seen the ankle injuries, and he is an undersized point guard. If the right matchup happens, Jalen Brunson does have bad games. And then Cat, this dude gets bodied in the post by Alex Caruso, and he doesn't take it well.
And when Brunson don't have those games, I feel like everybody just falls apart. I don't know if that's just me, but I don't know, man. They're pretty inconsistent. That's probably on the East side who I think has the best chance of losing first. But if going back to the question, if Jalen Brunson has those games and that run, I think they'll do all right. What about you? That it?
Agreed. It's the same thing. I think Cat has shown that he is very inconsistent in the playoffs. I think we may have even seen the Timberwolves in the finals if it wasn't for what he was doing against the Mavericks in that 2024 playoffs. So it's really going to depend on how dominant Cat wants to be. Like, we got to figure this out. This is going to be a second round exit. You might be able to figure out whoever you get in that first round, but the moment you have to play a top 4 seed in that second round, and your second option ends up having to be Mikal Bridges, it has to be OG Anunoby. Josh Hart goes for a triple-double. Like, it's amazing to see, but that's the type of team that we see losing if we don't have a defined 1-2 man. Yeah.
Right. I agree with that. That the inconsistencies there. I mean, it's worked. Obviously, they're in the 3 seed, but like you said, when we get in these 7-game playoffs, I feel like you're just going to need way more consistency than what they've had.
Way more consistency.
I've already asked this, but what team as a whole do you think is the most fun to watch?
Oh, well, that's I like that one because there's a lot of teams to consider. Like you had like Lob City Clippers when they weren't like the best team in the NBA.
Right.
So like I think the Timberwolves are very fun to watch. I think Ant brings a specific energy.
Yep.
Spurs, I know they're a good team, but Wemby is just it's one of the most incredible things to watch.
He
Um,
does stuff that you don't expect to happen in a game. That's
never
exactly
seen it.
what fun to watch means. I mean, some of
Uh-huh.
the stuff.
76ers to me is I think Tyrese Maxey is one of the most fun guards in the league to watch. So
Uh-huh.
76ers have always been a really fun team when they're healthy. Um, Celtics, I think the Celtics are really fun because they just play hard basketball and they go get the job done. So they're really fun. And then I'll throw it out there, the Hornets. That
Dude, I was
team
about to say,
is
come on.
exceptionally fun to watch. Like LaMelo
Yo,
just has fun out there. He makes the
dude,
game interesting. Brandon Miller, high flying, like you get so many lobs from this team, fast break buckets, like just fun basketball. Great
when they're hitting
runs.
threes, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
But
Like they don't
I'll
miss,
watch
bro. They do
Brandon
not
Miller
miss,
come down
bro.
and hit like six in a row or something like
It's
that. And it's
so
like,
dumb. It could be
what is
Brandon,
this?
it could be LaMelo, it could be Khan. Any of those get on, it's so fun to watch. If
Hornets
they're
are
all on,
extremely fun.
but it's just I wish we could have got. Oh man, we were 2 games off the 6th seed. I'd just rather not be in the playing game, or I'd rather have the 7 or 8. But we
The
kind of,
worst thing about it, when you get these teams so like sandwiched together,
yep.
it's like one game can really mean so much. If the Hornets had had a better start, I mean, I remember at the beginning of the season
Bro,
saying they need to trade LaMelo. Like LaMelo's not
yeah,
even playing, he's not even playing overtime minutes. He's not getting the starter minutes, and like Colin Sexton was getting minutes over him, and it looked like Con Canupo was leading the team. But shout out to him, he's really turned it around.
yeah, he has, and that's. I mean, as much adversity he's been through, even the past few years, people wanting him traded here, people want him traded this year. Um, the injuries, all that, the fact that he can come back from that and still have fun out there. And Hornets are a very young team, so if they can keep this group together and play like this, I'm telling you, they're gonna make a run here in the next couple of years. I think.
Yeah, they kind of look like a low key, like I don't know, we might see a Pistons type of thing from them. Like
Yeah,
they were
you're
terrible for
right.
so long, and then all of a sudden we might see a turnaround. It's like, why are the
Jalen,
Hornets locked in
Cade,
for a top three seed right now? What happened?
yeah,
I thought this team was terrible.
that's it. They just gotta stick together and they gotta keep them injuries down, man.
Hmm.
And we've already talked about this. Which team is affected by affected most by an injury? I think it's the Lakers.
Oh yeah,
That I mean, I
yeah.
think that's
I think
clear
it's
as
going to
day.
cost them their whole playoffs. But then I mentioned Steph Curry coming off his knee injury, but like they're not even a shoo-in for the playoffs. Another one that could be interesting, the Nuggets were injured all season, so we might want to watch that. It might be
Yeah.
interesting to see if somebody has some random, calf tightness or a hamstring pull, which is exactly what happened to the Nuggets last year. And I think it happened to the Knicks last year as well. It's just you have these guys who are plopped in throughout the season, and it ends up hurting them when they have to play on back-to-back nights for a long period of time, and it's the most difficult time of year. And then Wemby was sidelined with a shoulder injury for a really long time, and honestly, probably wouldn't have even came back if it wasn't for that 65 game minimum. He's trying to get that Defensive Player of the Year, so might
Oh,
be
that's
something to
right.
look out for if things get a little too physical and he takes a shoulder from one of these strong ass centers. He might have something going on, so I'd look out for that.
I know you mentioned the 65 game rule. You like that rule?
I think it's a good standard. Um, I
I hate
think
it for. I like it for when players just decide to sit out. Like there's been a lot more of that going on recently. But when there's an injury like that, I feel like I don't know. I'm kind of like I
yeah,
don't
I
know.
feel like we may need to toy with where it is, anywhere
Yeah,
from about 55 to 65 games. Like maybe we put it at 62, so a guy can miss 20 games because we have about I think it's 8 or 9 players on that All NBA cusp where they're like three below or even five below, and it's like you do got to play basketball. That's my thing. It's like
right.
you have to be available throughout the season. And if you're not there for 15 games out of 82, like we're
Agreed.
talking about almost a fifth of the games at that point
I
that you're
know.
not there for. So that's where I draw the line. I think they will toy with it, but I think we're at this weird point where the usage rate for NBA players and how many miles these guys are running is so high compared to like the treatment that they're getting and stuff like that. I think there's a lot of guys in the NBA that still don't take it too seriously, like a LeBron James. Like there's a reason that he's able to continue at the age that he's able
41,
to play at. And I think these young guys need to take stretching a lot more seriously, treatment a lot more seriously. If you don't want to play less than 60 games and have a long career, you got to take your health serious. You got to take what you eat serious, or it's going to lead to injuries. So I think it's a standard that I think will matter a few years from now. And I think we're in a low period where it's going to hurt for the next few years because guys are only going to be playing like 60 games.
It sucks though, because you look at somebody like Wemby. You said he kind of forced himself to come back, right? And you start looking at these players that actually do care, and they all care obviously, but they're not just sitting out to sit out. But if he forces himself to come back and gets re-injured, that's where on the other side it's kind of like it kind of ruins it for everyone with people just sitting out here and there. But I like the rule because I think you should, like you said, you should be there for the team.
Yeah, I like the rule for a minimum, but where we put it, I think maybe needs to be messed with because
a little bit lower.
like all these coaches have mentioned, like these guys work harder than they ever have before. You have centers bringing the ball up the court. Like this it's a positionless game now. So you can't just be like, okay, you're a center, you're just going to run baseline to baseline and catch passes. Like everybody does everything now, which means more planting, more cutting, more diving for loose balls. Like every player is expected to do so much on the court, so more injuries are going to happen.
That's right. Who's your MVP this year?
It's Shea. Shea's probably going to win it. I'm not too much of a guy who, looks deeply into why a separate player should win it. But even if you're looking at any sort of narrative, like Wemby wins Defensive Player of the Year, but I think because of when he came back and it was, shortened minutes, we still got to see incredible player, but it's always a narrative award. And I think that Shea has done enough. Best team in the NBA. He breaks that Wilt record, like the incredible consistency that we have seen from him. This is Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant level of scoring that we are seeing out of this guy.
Back to back. Coming off the championship, MVP. I agree. I can agree with that.
Yeah. If we're 100%. Talking about the best player in the league, who really is the most valuable, if we're not talking voter fatigue or anything like that, it's Nikola Jokic. You can't compete with the guy's numbers. He is the best player in the NBA.
Yeah, but also to that point where I feel like some days, some nights, he looks like he's not doing nothing. Sometimes he isn't.
Yes, especially on the defensive end,
where his laziness takes over, and it's like, okay, well, if you're back, they don't have 5-on-4, and we're probably winning this game rather than you being up here. I agree with you on that. He just, I don't know, man.
He's got it. People don't talk about it. He has an attitude problem,
bro. He's so good though. Like he's the best player if you want to put it like that. But his attitude, laziness, man, is crazy to me.
It shows up, and it's like, especially as we get towards the end of the regular season, I think Jokic starts to care a lot less. He's just waiting for the playoffs to happen, but. Yeah, if I put everybody going 100% versus everybody else, the production that I get out of Jokic is going to be more than any other player in the NBA.
Yeah, agree.
And Wemby might change that.
Wemby
might change that in years soon.
All right, so Roman, I don't know if you've watched, but I have this section called it's a trivia section. It's called Do You Know Ball?
All right. Okay. Yeah.
I got my leaderboard up right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Over here.
I see it. Yeah.
So for this section, everybody watching, I'm running a year-long competition called the Do You Know Ball Trivia Challenge. I have the board right up there, like I said. In the top 5 scores at the end of the year, I'm going to bring them back on here, and they're going to compete against each other for a trophy and a big giveaway. So you got to be on the top 5 leaderboard. I've only had 3 on here so far, so you're the 4th. So you got to make this one at least.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be a good. I had Chase on for the Masters, so I did golf trivia with him, and then Corey and Tyler I had for college basketball. I did college basketball, so I'm doing NBA with you. But at the end, it's gonna be all sports. So And then the 5 top people coming back on, and it's gonna be a pretty
That's
sweet
sweet,
giveaway.
bro. That's
Yeah,
awesome. I love
it's
that.
gonna be a sweet giveaway. So I got your questions right here.
Okay,
Let
let's
me
do
pull
it.
them up. You might ace this one, bro.
Oh, I'm kind of worried. I don't know, man. Sometimes these trivia
No,
questions be getting me. I watch a lot
so
of ball, but do I study it like that? We'll see.
I have your questions. You have 4. You have 2. There's certain questions with the extra half bonus point.
Ah, okay, okay, got it.
So you'll have actually 1, 2, 3. I think 3 with a half bonus point.
Okay.
And these first ones, I mean, I'm gonna lay you up a little bit, so you at least get some.
Yeah, get my
So,
knowledge going a bit.
but don't think they're gonna be this easy the whole time. I give them a few freebies, so I'm gonna give you. All right, who won the championship last year?
Oh, who won last year? I believe it was the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Ding, ding, ding. What player scored 100 points in a game?
Oh, I think it's Wilt Chamberlain. Is his
Ding,
name?
ding, ding. All right. Who won? Which franchise has the most NBA titles?
Right now, that would be the Boston Celtics.
And can you tell me for half bonus point how many?
18.
That's right. What year did the Toronto Raptors win their first NBA championship?
2019.
All right, here we go. What year? What team drafted Dirk Nowitzki in 1998 before he was traded to the Dallas Mavericks?
Oh, I don't know if I know this one.
Yeah, you do. Think about it. Did I get him?
You may have gotten me early. See, if you go past before I was born, it's like that's where it starts to get iffy. But
so I just wanted that you get one hint, but I don't know if you want to keep it here, if you want to pass, whatever you need.
we can come back to it.
Okay, we can come back. Yeah, we can come back to it.
Okay, let's
sit
come
on
back
it.
to it.
All right. Which player is all-time leader in assists?
Oh,
I didn't think about this. How old are you?
22. Just turned 22.
Yeah, I didn't think about this. These older questions getting to you.
It would be John Stockton.
That's right.
I almost accidentally said LeBron just because he recently passed.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Wait, LeBron for
all-time assists. I was about to just straight up go Bron because I think he just passed. I think it was either Chris Paul or Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
I was about to just throw out Bron.
Just throw him out. No, good job on that one. Who was the very first player drafted out of high school?
Ooh, I'm not sure I know this one. Is it a famous player?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you'll know his name.
Right, it's got to be like it's probably 60s or 70s, I would assume. Like Moses Malone.
Chill. Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, bro. That's funny.
Come on.
Good work. Good work. See, if you just think about it for a minute. All right. Who was the first European player to win the MVP?
First to win an MVP, European. I'm thinking it's got to be Dirk. Let me really go back. Yeah, it's Dirk.
It's Dirk.
I had to think about the white boys.
On a roll. The white boys. Which team drafted Kobe Bryant in 1996 before trading him?
I believe it's the team that you are repping right now, the Charlotte Hornets.
Could have been. RIP.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
Yeah, you could definitely imagine.
He had a great career, though, so yeah. Who was the NBA's first unanimous MVP?
The first and only Stephen Curry in the 2015-2016
God dang,
season.
Dude. Yep. I should have done harder questions. I knew it.
If it's basic knowledge, I've got it down. Like the deep cut ones is where you start to get me.
Who has the most triple doubles in their career?
I believe it's still Russell Westbrook.
It is, in fact, Russell Westbrook.
Jokic might take that at some point, though. When I first learned that, I couldn't believe that LeBron, like
Bro.
Jokic is past Bron now, and like Luka's creeping up on him too. Like
That's just how freaking dominant Westbrook was, though, for those few years. Like that's
4
crazy.
seasons.
I know.
4 seasons of averaging a triple double.
That's
like
crazy.
People forget about that Wizards year too.
Yep.
Like he was very dominant, and that team made the playoffs. That was a crazy run.
Dang, that's crazy. Damn, man, I miss old Russell Westbrook.
Me too. Me too. He went to the Lakers and ruined himself.
He was always hyped. That dude played at 150% every single time too. I'll tell you.
No matter the game.
Nope. All right, who is the only person to win MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year?
Ooh, MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive.
MVP as a player, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year.
I think there's a few options here. I don't think Magic Johnson ever won Coach of the Year. I know he had a short coaching career. I'm thinking it's Larry Bird, but let me really think on it for a second. Because Executive of the Year too. Isaiah Thomas spent some time coaching. I don't think he ever was an executive. I'm gonna guess Larry Bird.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, my boy. I had some questions up for you. I said, no, these are gonna be too hard. And then I went to these and I was like, I should have just kept them other ones. All right. You got one more, and then you got the one we gotta go back on.
Back to Dirk. That's probably the one I'll get wrong. I can't think of it.
Who's the shortest player in the NBA to win the slam dunk contest?
That would be Spud Webb at 5'7". I believe he's a 2-time champion.
Yep, that's right.
But back to this Dirk one. Oh, I'm really mad about this.
Let's see.
Who drafted Dirk?
Did you give me the year on the NBA first unanimous MVP?
15-16.
Gotcha. All right, who drafted Dirk?
Bro, this is really going to make me angry. Because I don't know this. This is not knowledge in my head at all. So I just have to throw a guess out there. Oh, that sucks. I'm just trying to think back to that time. Like, there was so much going on with the Jason Kidd, Steve Nash thing. But I don't think he was drafted to the Suns or anything like that. That wouldn't have been. I guess I'll just go with the Suns. I don't know.
The Milwaukee Bucks.
Ah!
Oh, hey, good job, though. You only missed that one.
Yeah, that makes me feel good, but that also
you're going to be on top, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 12 plus a half was half. 13 out of 14.
Okay.
Roman, good job, dude. Good job,
Thank you.
Roman. And I ain't gonna lie. I thought you were gonna get all of them for a minute.
Yeah.
That actually that makes me feel better. You didn't, because I got you on one question.
Yeah, you got me on one.
But I mean, like, some of those, like, drafted out of high school, like, I feel like
that was just me just thinking about players that were drafted out of high school, and I was like, the oldest player that I can think of is, I think, Moses Malone, so I'll just go with him.
And then the executive, I knew that it'd be hard to stump you, but I mean, you did awesome right
You
there.
could throw some of those harder ones at me that you maybe had. I don't know. They probably would get me. It's been fun. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, bro. Anytime you want. I love doing this kind of stuff. So, all right, couple more things. So your give me your pick to come out of the playing games on the East and the West.
Yeah.
This is the sports pick section for anybody out there watching. We give out the sports picks. I'm bringing my knowledgeable Roman here out here to give us the picks for this week.
So if we're talking West Side, I think our definite teams to come out are crazy to say, but it's our 9 and 10 seed. Actually, no, it can't be our 9 and
They
10
can't.
seed. So they'll be locked in unless we can somehow get those Clippers to flip to that 8 seed, which is what I'm hoping happens tonight. But right
Okay.
now, as it sits, like Suns will beat the Trailblazers. I think that's a shoo-in. So we end up with those Suns as that 7 seed.
Okay.
And then if we get Clippers Warriors at that 9-10, that is going to be so interesting to watch. I cannot wait to see that because it's
crazy.
a healthy Steph Curry, which I'm never betting against Steph Curry.
No.
But this Clippers team has turned around with a healthy Kawhi Leonard. And now they have Darius Garland. Like, I don't know what to
that's a
think
9
here.
and 10 seed game is crazy. The fact that's
Yes.
a 9 and 10 seed game is insane.
Yeah, Steph Curry versus Kawhi Leonard is a 9 and 10.
What do we come to?
If you would have said that 5 years ago, people would have been like, you're lying. Like, that's not true. So I'll take, as of now, just because Steph has had such little time to come back, I don't bet against Steph Curry. Warriors are coming out of it. Warriors are getting that 8 seed to me.
All right.
So I'm going to take Warriors as the lock to come out for that 8 seed, and I'll take the Suns as the lock to come out as that 7 seed.
All right. And then
then for the East,
this is actually
Hornets.
Good 4 teams. Hornets, baby. Let's go.
Hornets are coming out. I 100% believe that. Hornets come out and they get that 8 seed. I think that's the only shoo-in that you can guarantee. And then now the standings for the play-in, you have anywhere from the Raptors, the Magic, and the 76ers are kind of stuck at that back spot right now. But it's between I'm gonna take the Magic for right now. I truly think that this Magic team, now that they have Franz back, they're going to be good because when they were healthy, this team was open. They were a 3 seed. They were a 4 seed. They were in that mix. So I think now that they get their healthy players back, they end up coming out of it as well. So I'll go with the Hornets and the Magic out of the East.
2 young teams there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Give me just one upset series pick in round 1.
Biggest upset that we'll potentially see. Watch out for the Hawks. Watch out for the Hawks and whoever they get at that. If they end up playing the Knicks or something like that, watch out for them. And then obviously whoever the Lakers play, they're gonna beat them.
Oh yeah. Houston or
and then maybe in the West, Timberwolves. If Ant can get really hot and average 35 for a playoff series, a few 40 pieces, it could get really interesting, and we might see it go to 7.
I like that. I like the Hawks. I haven't really watched much of the Hawks, but the way you're talking about them, I'm feeling confident in you.
Jalen Johnson, one of the best all-around players in the league, and it's the type of player that you need in order to have that type of upset. A guy that's averaging 22, 10, and 7, and he's year 5. Like Jalen Johnson has only gotten better every single year. So
I need to take a look at my. I do a lot of sports cards, and memorabilia. I have a bunch of his stuff, so I need to bring those out.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be valuable.
Some rookies. And then you already said your teams to win the East and the West, but just go ahead and tell us if we want to throw a future on them.
I think OKC is coming out of the West. It's the easy pick, but I feel like I watch a lot of basketball, and it's going to be hard. But if there was an upset, it would be the Spurs. So 1-2 seed, and then in the East, Celtics are coming out. I think Pistons may potentially have a deep run if they don't have any injuries, but Celtics have the 1-2 punch. Celtics have the coaching. Celtics have the depth. Celtics have the energy. Celtics are the shoo-in for me. So I think we see OKC versus Celtics in that finals matchup.
And then your pick to win it all this year?
Boom, we see. Boring pick. OKC goes back to
back, and your MVP of the playoffs. Let me guess, back to back. Yeah.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander backs it up. He shows that this wasn't just a one and done type of thing. He has an amazing run with Jalen Johnson possibly taking a lesser role and Chet bumping his role up. It's a different type of team this year with that happening. Right. I think Chet is going to be very instrumental, and he's going to be the energizer to this team. But like I said before, they don't lose any depth. Nothing happens. And Celtics may give them a run for their money just because they have those top dogs. Jaylen Brown, MVP numbers. Jason Tatum, first team All-NBA about 5 years in a row. So these guys are really good. But OKC is a deep team. you might have a night where Aaron Wiggins is dropping 30 in the playoffs. So the depth of both of these teams is what matters. The health is going to matter a lot, but I think that's the matchup we're getting, and I think OKC comes out on top.
There you have it. All right, Roman, I appreciate you coming on. Anything else you want to say? Your podcast?
Yeah, so me and my brother, we do the same thing that me and Dayton just did. We are the Swishlist podcast. We are on all your favorite platforms. We post on every social media, and then wherever you get your podcast, we are there as well. We do weekly episodes. We're going to be covering the playoffs really heavily, and that's what we do. Thanks for having me on. It's good to connect. Me and Moses, we don't really do features, but if we ever did any segments where we had some people on, you're a shoo-in now. Now that you've had me on here,
I appreciate that.
Well, if we end up doing any segments where we include some people, you'll be on there. So I'll keep you updated on that. But it's been a pleasure to talk basketball with you. The quiz had me a little worried, but I think we did okay. I'm going to study up a little bit more for that championship or whatever it's going to be, because I think I'll be there. But yeah, man, thank you for having me on. This has been awesome.
Yep, and then thanks to everyone watching. Make sure to go like, comment, subscribe. Again, the first giveaway we're doing is at 100 subscribers, so go share with a few friends. Much appreciated. Again, I want to make this podcast for everybody. So if you think you know ball, please reach out to me and come on the podcast. I'll link all my socials in the descriptions. And then I'm going to have the top 5 scores at the end of the year, obviously, for the Do You Know Ball Challenge back here. Roman, again, thanks so much for coming and taking the time out of your day to come on. I've had a great time talking to you. Make sure you go check out the Swish List podcast, everybody. I'll link that also in the description below, and hope everyone has a great week. See you at the window. Deuces.